guys, welcome back to part 2 of my book recommendations of books that I've read before I started my blog swept-away-again.com. These books I read before 2008 but have since read since 2008 but haven't read since 2010 when I started Swept Away Again, if that makes sense. So today's genres of books are YA, humour, chick lit, fiction, classics and self-help. 6 different genres there for you to enjoy. I'm being eaten by a little bunny. Evie, stop it. So the first book is Olivia Jewels and the Overactive Imagination. I got this as a gift from my lovely friend little Amy that I used to work with in my very first job back in 2003. It was a Christmas present. She wrote Merry Christmas inside for me. It's a brilliant book, great for quite a lot of ages, including my 25-year-old self right now, but is more suited towards teens, hence the YA, but it's a really good book. It's by Helen Fielding, I don't know if I said that already, and it's just a fun adventure story, literally about having an overactive imagination. The second book is Diary of a Crush, Sealed with a Kiss by Sarah Manning. The first book of this is French Kiss and the second book is Kiss and Makeup, and they vary from the heroine Eddie starting when she was 16, I think college age, 16, 17, and this book is where she's 18, about to turn 19 I think, and she's taken a gap year from university and she's gone on a road trip across America with her long-term boyfriend Dylan, and it's all about, the 3 books are all about Eddie and Dylan, and they're sort of written in diary format but in, you know, like sort of first and third person and stuff. It's really good, definitely recommend for like definitely French Kiss would be early teens, like maybe 11 or something like that. Bless you, you're sneezing. After that is Shiver by Maggie Strefurter. I don't think I pronounced that right, I'm sorry. It's about Grace and meeting a werewolf, and this was 2009. I lived inside the picture, and for Kate because she cried. It's a really good book, I'd recommend. There are another 2 books after this series, and this book is also being made into a film. I really loved it and I would highly recommend it. The first book in the chit lit section is Sushi for Beginners by Mary Ann Keyes. I really loved this book. I thought it was brilliant. My original copy is actually at my mum's, and I got this copy from Company magazine back in about 2000 or something like that, and it's kind of about stress and depression and stuff like that. And then the other book that I would recommend that I just realised I don't have a copy of here, it's actually still at my mum's as well, is Last Chance Saloon, also by Mary Ann Keyes, and they are my only chick lit books that I would recommend. I do recommend any other chick lit books by Mary Ann Keyes. She's a brilliant writer, she's funny, she's amazing, and I'm going to stop because that just sounds a bit stalkerish. My humour book is the bumper book of bunny suicides. I am addicted to the bunny suicides. I have been for a long time. It's by Andy Riley, and it is brilliant if you know somebody who has a twisted and sick sense of humour in a way, because it's just different ways the bunnies try and kill themselves. And it's just brilliant. I really enjoy it. I find it quite light-hearted and it always cheers me up, which I find great. After that I have fiction. Just 3 books in fiction, and that is Dan Brown's Angels and Demons. I never read the Da Vinci Code. As soon as everybody started talking about it, I think in 2000 or something like that, well, this was in 2000. I went for Angels and Demons. It's a brilliant book, I really loved it, and I would highly recommend it. After that, I have probably everybody's favourite, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I also like The Restaurant at the End of the Universe as well, but I think I prefer the first one, but the second one's still brilliant as well. Also made into a film, Douglas Adams helped direct until he passed away during the making of it, and then his son took over, so it stuck very close to his ideas and his thoughts. My third book in fiction is The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula Le Guin. It's I think it's classed more as a science fiction than an actual fiction, but I got it from my fiction section. I first read this when I was doing my degree in English the first time round in York, and it's about human sexuality, sexism and the organisation of society, and it is bloody brilliant and you should give it a try. It's very interesting. Oh, I'm tired now. Next up I have classics, and obviously I have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I have a cute little edition with gold lined pages. That was a gift, because my original edition is just a black, depressing. It was also for university thing, so I really fell in love with this. It only takes me 2 days to read, and this one has pretty pictures in it as well, and it just makes you feel kind of like you're back there reading in a pretty little book like this. After that I have another university read, which is, oh sorry, I actually have the copy. I've got that out as well, so there's only 2 books, but this is the original copy that I had. And this is Pride and Prejudice, pretty copy, in my head anyway.
Wait, do you mind? Oh. Eat that instead.
Sorry. And lastly I have another university read, like I said, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Other Tales of Terror by Robert Louis Stevenson. And this is a brilliant gothic novel, I have to admit. I think it's very good in its ideas, and it's completely different if you've seen Van Helsing and their idea of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in there. This is so completely different, because when Dr. Jekyll turns into Mr. Hyde, he doesn't get bigger, he gets smaller and more ape-like, and it's just bloody brilliant, and I would recommend it. After this, after this, I have self-help, but I'm not quite sure how self-helpy you would find these, because I don't think they're over the top. My first one is an all-time favourite that I think is brilliant, and I think this is 2003 actually. Again, it's Save Karen by Karen Bosnick, and she's also come out with 20 Times a Lady, which is being turned into a film as well, but I didn't enjoy that really much at all. I think it was just the ending that I liked of that. This is basically about how Karen got herself into £1,000 worth of debt in living in America, and having to buy designer goods and things like that, and how she managed to get herself out of debt by writing SaveKaren.com, and it's Karen with a Y, and how she reduced all her debt and became sort of money savvy, or spender savvy, and looked for bargains and stuff instead. And my last book is Everything That I've Ever Done That Worked by Leslie Garner. I actually got this 2009 from my library originally, and really fell in love with it. It's a really great pick-me-up that you can just delve into whenever you want. It's a collection of different works from her personal resources, you know, something that you've written down that you go back to read later on. And it's 30 years worth of notes, articles and diaries, and she's put it down on paper for everybody to look into. It's been classed as a spiritual and emotional first aid kit, supposedly, on the back of the book. And I would highly recommend it. It's really good, and it's really fun and interesting, and I really enjoyed it. And with 23 seconds to spare, that is all my books. If you have any recommendations, please feel free to leave them in the comment box below. And I hope you guys enjoyed these books that I would recommend, and if you have any that you'd recommend, please let me know, as I've already said. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!